to warn the healthy to withdraw. The plague bells tone a cold and ancient law, encoded in the sound before language could say what the bell said. Immediately stay away. The death is moving through the lanes below. The bell ringer caught the plague by ringing, by staying at his post and bringing the warning to the street, while the street emptied of everything healthy, while the exempted survivors closed their shutters against the sound. The plague bell ringing through the empty town. It's warning received by the already down and dying. It's toned the frequency of dread. The plague bell ringing for the almost dead. The bell was silenced when the plague had passed through the village and taken what it asked of bodies and left the remainder to count the absent, the specific amount of loss that the silence was required to hold. The plague bell ringing through the empty town. It's warning received by the already down and dying. It's toned the frequency of dread. The plague bell ringing for the almost dead. The bell still hangs in its original tower, its bronze unchanged by the centuries. The power of its tone tested only by the wind that finds it sometimes and begins a faint harmonic in the cold brass body. Uncertain mornings when the fog sits low and the village is quiet and the sky shows no color yet. The plague bell sounds itself, one single note from the cold shelf of centuries, a residual warning, a memory of tone. The plague bell ringing through the empty town. It's warning received by the already down and dying. It's toned the frequency of dread. The plague bell ringing for the almost dead.
Become a member. Join our circle of shadows. Pay less than $1 a month. Help us grow. Join now.
space between her certainty and the terrified face of the magistrate reading the charges aloud. The evidence against her was the evidence of existing differently, the dense and particular crime of refusing to conform to the shape that the centuries' frightened norm required of a woman living alone in the hills. The last witch trial, the last reading of charge. The court is too small for her knowledge too large. She stands in the dark with her dark unafraid. The last witch trial, the last midnight maid. She knew the plants that grew in the dark hedgerow, and what they were good for, and what they could slow or stop in the body. She knew the old names for things that the church had decided were games too dangerous for the uneducated to play. The last witch trial, the last reading of charge. The court is too small for her knowledge too large. She stands in the dark with her dark unafraid. The last witch trial, the last midnight maid. The verdict arrived in the grammar of fear, the sentence delivered into the clear, cold air of the courtroom without any pause for the consideration of natural laws or the question of what knowledge actually was. She walked to her ending with the dignity of someone who knows that the indignity is not hers to carry but the court's to wear. Her knowledge outlived her, dispersed in the air of the hill she had walked, in the plants she had named. The last witch trial, the last reading of charge. The court is too small for her knowledge too large. She stands in the dock with her dark unafraid. The last witch trial, the last midnight maid.
Patient and enormous and steady in its occupation of the absolute, the dark that predates every attribute of existence, every particle, every name. The dark that holds everything is not the dark of fear or ignorance, but the dark of potential, the dark of the seed before the seed knows it is a seed before. The impulse toward light has suggested itself. The dark that holds everything, original night, the mother of all that would ever be light. We came from this darkness, we go back again. The dark that holds everything, beginning and end. I go to this darkness in the deepest sleep, past the dream and past the shallow key of the subconscious to the absolute below, where the self dissolves and the dark's undertow takes what was I and holds it in the vast. The dark that holds everything, original night, the mother of all that would ever be light. We came from this darkness, we go back again. The dark that holds everything, beginning and end. Beginning and end. The mystics of every tradition have name. This darkness is the source, the unashamed, and generative ground of all that is. The darkness is the origin, the fizz of creation before creation had a name. So when I celebrate the dark, I celebrate the origin itself, the first estate of everything that light would later make visible. The dark that holds the lake, before the lake, the love before the word. The dark that holds everything, original night, the mother of all that would ever be light. We came from this darkness, we go back again. The dark that holds everything, beginning and end. Telescope away from the bright catalogued stars toward the territories of night. Between them, the absolute dark between the points of light, the dark that has been there longer than anything visible in the sky. Grieving when she made the adjustment. The lens turned to the dark as adjustment and appropriate response to what the month had brought her. The particular month when the brightness of the world became unbearable. The grieving astronomer studying dark, the spaces between stars leaving their mark on a notebook, on a cold measuring eye. The grieving astronomer counting the sky.
stars was not the absence of grief imagined, the scars of empty space. Instead she found the faint and beautiful evidence of what isn't faint at all, but only beyond the visible spectrum. The grieving astronomer studying dark, the spaces between stars leaving their mark on a notebook, on a cold measuring eye. The grieving astronomer counting the sky. The dark between the stars is full, she wrote in her notebooks, the careful and remote language of grief translating into science. The dark is full of something in defiance of our instruments, but not of our mathematics. She published her grief as cosmology, the paper received with the cool psychology of the discipline as interesting and strange. But she knew it was grief mapped to the range of the universe. The dark between the lights she loved. Studying dark, the spaces between stars leaving their mark on a notebook, on a cold measuring eye. The grieving astronomer counting the sky. Shadows are merely the absence of light. Some have their own agenda in the night, their own respiration, their own slow regard of the rooms they inhabit, the cold hard floors they cross with purpose and with weight. I notice the shadow in the library first, moving counter to the light, the worst violation of optics I had witnessed. It moved against the lamp as though it dismissed the lamp's authority over its direction. Shadows that breathe, shadows that choose, the shadows with agenda you cannot refuse. They cross the room on their own dark errand. Shadows that breathe, navigate the room the way it nudged each piece of furniture into its root, with a deliberateness beyond all doubt, accidental or interpretive on my part. Shadows that breathe, shadows that choose, the shadows with agenda you cannot refuse. They cross the room on their own dark errand, shadows that breathe, and I am their landlord. It came to rest against the wall beside the portrait of someone I recognized inside. The painting as a stranger wearing something close to my expression, the becoming of a face I was approaching from inside. The shadow stayed beside the portrait all night, neither advancing nor retreating as the light changed with the hours. By morning it had gone back to its ordinary function, drawn by the returning sun to its obedient place. Shadows that breathe, shadows that choose, the shadows with agenda you cannot refuse. They cross the room on their own dark errand, shadows that breathe, and I am their landlord. They buried her in silver, everything silver. The coffin handles the widow's river of jewelry she'd asked to be interred with. The silver mirror she'd lived behind the myth of her own reflection going down with her.
The silver catches the cold light differently than gold. It holds a quality of spent moonlight rather than sun, a quality of after
rather than during. A kind of laughter turned to its minor key
and held there permanently.
The silver funeral,
cold and precise,
the silver below in its bed of ice.
she chose silver
because it refuses the warmth.
the silver funeral. Elegant form,
She had specified silver in her will with the care of someone who had thought about it there.
in the midnight hours of her particular old age.
considered the performance of the last stage with the same attention
she'd given the life.
The silver funeral,
Cold and precise,
the silver below in its bed of ice.
she chose silver,
because it refuses the warm.
the silver funeral. Elegant form,
The mourners wore silver thread in their black, a compromise she'd requested the lack
of color, but the presence of the cold shine.
that silver requires. The borderline
Between darkness and light,
that silver inhabits.
I have awakened from the shadows of eternity to claim what is mine. My power flows through these veins, and darkness bows to my will.
oxidation dimming all that cold shine.
But by then she will have grown into the design of the earth itself.
And silver
Will be beside the point. The silver funeral,
cold and precise,
the silver below in its bed of
she
ice.
chose silver,
Because it refuses the warm.
the silver funeral. Elegant form,
theater was built in a circle of tears, so every student's anatomical fears and fascinations had the same clear view of the table below where the knowledge grew from the body open down the cold stone slab. The professor descended each winter morning to demonstrate, without any warning of sentiment or qualification, the fact of what we are beneath the social act of the clothed and vertical and purposeful self. The anatomical theater, circle of stone. We learn what is beautiful from what we own. Inside, beneath the visible, beneath the skin, the anatomical theater. Come and begin. forward from their cold tears with the focused attention that overcomes fears, and those who have chosen understanding over comfort. Each layer the professor uncovered was a new vocabulary of the interior. The anatomical theater, circle of stone. We learn what is beautiful from what we own. Inside, beneath the visible, beneath the skin, the anatomical theater. Come and begin. I have read the old anatomical plates, the ones the Flemish masters drew, the weights and balances of the interior rendered with such beauty that the body surrendered its last pretension to being merely functional. For beauty lives inside as well as on the surface, the interior drawn in the same elegant design as the exterior, the inferior vena cava, no more inferior in beauty than the face that greets the world. The anatomical theater, circle of stone. We learn what is beautiful from what we own. Inside, beneath the visible, beneath the skin, the anatomical theater. Come and begin.
Subjects feathered and black, and infinitely intelligent, no lack of counsel in the court and parliament below. The Crow Queen does not thaw with the returning of any spring. She has no use for burning yellow warmth or the false promise of green. Her season is the one that strips the scene of all superfluous decoration and color. The
Crow Queen's winter, rule in the grave. Her parliament darkens the short and cold day. She governs the frost and the bare branch domain. The Crow Queen's winter, absolute rain. Are carried on the wind by the crows who scatter through the cold landscape, the throes of her authority, reaching every hedgerow, every frozen field, every dead furrow, where the previous summer's ambition last turned. The Crow Queen's winter, ruling the grave. Her parliament darkens the short and cold day. She governs the frost and the bare branch domain. The Crow Queen's winter, absolute rain. I've sworn my allegiance to her season. I need no spring as justification or reason for the winter's particular austere beauty. I perform my dark winter's duty with the same devotion she brings to her reign. When March comes with its inadequate light and its half-hearted flowers, the Crow Queen's night simply deepens its hold in the interior, where the winter is permanent, the superior season of the soul that knows its own darkness. The Crow Queen's winter, ruling the grave. Her parliament darkens the short and cold day. She governs the frost and the bare branch domain. The Crow Queen's winter, absolute rain. Absolute rain.
Plays on the corners where nobody stands to listen as phantom and skeletal hands, turning the handle of the barrel organ that plays its one tune in the dead morning hours when the streets belong to no one living. The tune is the tune of a century before, a waltz that the dancing halls love before the door of that world closed forever in the mud of a different different kind of music, the blood and percussion of history, ending an era. The organ grinder's ghost plays a single tune in the empty street under the empty moon. Nobody drops a coin into his hat. The organ grinder's ghost, and that is that. The monkey that accompanied him in life does not appear in death, the afterlife, having set arrangements for the animal and the human, the grammatical distinction between species maintained beyond. The organ grinder's ghost plays a single tune in the empty street under the empty moon. Nobody drops a coin into his hat. The organ grinder's ghost, and that is that. I heard him once at 4 in the morning, walking home from somewhere the night had been talking too long and too darkly. The tune came clear around a corner, the mechanical gear of his instrument precise in the cold air. I left a coin on the pavement where he stood, not expecting gratitude, not understood by any logic of what the dead require, just the gesture of the living who desire to acknowledge what they hear, ghost or not. The organ grinder's ghost plays a single tune in the empty street under the empty moon. Nobody drops a coin into his hat. The organ grinder's ghost, and that is that.
The gaslight made a different kind of dark, a warm and amber dark, the particular mark of shadows that the gas jet's breath produce. On walls and ceiling, shadows introduced to the world of interiors by soft yellow flame. The people who live by gaslight saw the world in amber and in shadow, their lives unfurled in the warm penumbra of that particular light that made the dining rooms and the cold night outside the window a more extreme contrast. Elegy for the gaslight era, warm and amber, your shadow still here. The electric light came in and flattened everything. The shadow sharpened and the suffering of overexposure settled on every room. The gaslight's amber was replaced by the gloom of clinical brightness that forgave nothing. Elegy for the gaslight era, warm and amber. Your shadows were kinder in the cold December. You made the darkness beautiful and near. Elegy for the gaslight era, we still here. I burn my evenings by candlelight, still the nearest equivalent to the amber spill of gas across the walls of the previous world. My shadows are warm, my darkness unfurled in the amber tradition of the softer flame. For I believe the quality of light we live our interiors by shapes the night of our interior life as well. And I choose the amber and the shadow over the bruise of fluorescence that the modern world prefers. Elegy for the gaslight era, warm and amber. Your shadows were kinder in the cold December. You made the darkness beautiful and near. Elegy for the gaslight era, we still here.
Gothic Vault. Thank you for watching.